What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of What's Up Warriors. My name is Joe.
And I'm Cam.
We have some excellent news stories for you this week for current events within the school. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and many of you will be traveling to see family and spending time gathered around the dinner table. Thanksgiving is a widely celebrated tradition in our nation, so to commemorate the holiday, our first story is about local Thanksgiving traditions. Let's go to Megan to find out more.
Every Thanksgiving, families get together and enjoy a feast of turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes. But do you know how our current day Thanksgiving tradition really began? You probably think of the Pilgrims and Native Americans at Plymouth Rock feasting together on the same foods we enjoy today. That's a nice thought, but the 1621 feast at Plymouth has little relation to our annual Thanksgiving holiday. That feast lasted 3 days and celebrated the first successful harvest for the Pilgrims. The food included seasonal wildfowl, fish, berries, porridge, and venison. Today's Thanksgiving dinner menu is actually more than 200 years younger than the Pilgrim celebration and reflects the holiday's New England roots. In 1777, all 13 colonies celebrated a National Day of Thanksgiving for the first time, to celebrate the victory over the British at Saratoga. Magazine editor Sarah Josepha Hale played a major part in the establishment of our national holiday. With the impending Civil War dividing the nation, she wanted to establish a National Day of Thanksgiving to unite the nation. After the governor of New Hampshire appointed the 25th of November to be the annual day of Thanksgiving, Sarah urged the governors of all states to appoint the same day. Then the whole land would rejoice at once. She continued writing editorials and letters to the presidents for the next 20 years before finally convincing President Lincoln to declare a National Day of Thanksgiving on the last Thursday in November in 1863. I talked to some students and teachers from around the school about their Thanksgiving traditions, and this is what I found.
My family, typically during Thanksgiving, whenever the whole family is around, we play Scrabble together at the dinner table sometimes, which is kind of interesting, I guess.
On Black Friday, we have a gingerbread house competition, and each family brings all their own supplies, and we sit around, listen to Christmas music, and create awesome gingerbread houses. My husband and I have yet to win that competition.
My family for Thanksgiving doesn't always celebrate Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day because my mom does all the cooking and she's a nurse, so she doesn't always have that day off. So sometimes we have what we like to refer to as will be Thanksgiving, which is typically the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yes, we are actually going out to eat at the Nunzio's, an Italian restaurant, for Thanksgiving.
My aunt makes this really good stuffing that has sausage in it. It's kind of like a breakfast style stuffing, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I myself and my older sister are vegetarians, so we eat tofurkey, which is a tofu version of turkey.
I'm thankful for my family, my friends, all the loved ones in my life.
I'm incredibly thankful that I had the opportunity to be a long-term sub here for these past few months.
What am I thankful for? I am thankful for my health, my family, my friends, which I'm sure so many are thankful for.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family.
I try to show what I am thankful for daily by reminding myself what I am thankful for and what I am grateful for. I teach my students and myself and remind myself to remember all the great things that we're filled with every single day of our life.
Thanksgiving leads us to remember what's important and say thanks for all the people, experiences, and opportunities we've been given. I'm Megan Godich, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Megan. The fall and winter season are some of the best times of the year for movie fans. This fall, we've already seen the release of movies such as Interstellar and Nightcrawler. Here's John Lang with more on what movies you should be watching this week over holiday break.
We used to look up in the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. Now we just look down and worry about our place in the dirt.
Interstellar is an American film directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, and Michael Caine. This movie tells the story of a team of astronauts on a mission to find a new habitable planet. Interstellar was released on November 5th.
Hello.
Hello.
Science.
Arts.
I'm a cosmologist.
What's that?
I study the marriage of space and time.
The Theory of Everything is a British film directed by James Marsh, starring Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones. The Theory of Everything tells the story of Stephen Hawking and his relationship with Jane Wilde, his diagnosis with ALS, and his work in physics. This movie will be released on January 2nd, 2015.
My motto is, if you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket!
Nightcrawler is an American film directed by Dan Gilroy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. This movie tells the story of a hardworking and slightly sociopathic young man who becomes enamored with freelance journalism in Los Angeles and the lengths he will go to succeed. Nightcrawler was released on October 31st. I talked to Penn Trafford's resident movie expert, Mick Stinelli, to hear what he thought kids will be most excited to see this holiday season. Winter season.
I know one of the movies that a lot of my friends are excited in seeing is the next Hobbit movie, The Battle of Five Armies. This is the third Hobbit movie in the Hobbit trilogy, so it's been going on for the past 3 years now. And somehow Peter Jackson and his quest for money, just like the dwarves, managed to make 3 movies out of a single children's book. So we've been waiting a few years for this one. So I know a lot of people are wondering how it's going to turn out, what sort of things he's going to add in, what he's going to take out. So I think a lot of people are interested in seeing that movie. Well, obviously the Hunger Games been making a lot of money for a few years now. You got America's Sweetheart. What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, America's Sweetheart. You got frickin' Josh Hutcherson, gorgeous. You got the other Hemsworth brother who isn't Thor, and Woody Harrelson. Why wouldn't you want to see it? Well, riddle me that.
That's all from me. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, John. Last Tuesday, Penn Trafford students and faculty participated in the annual blood drive for the American Red Cross. Here is Alex Martin with the story.
On Tuesday, November 18th, Penn Trafford High School once again partnered with the American Red Cross to host their fall blood drive. At 12 o'clock, the Warrior Center opened its doors to students, faculty, and local residents to donate for a great cause. Some students had to wait up to 2 hours to donate, and some of them found some unorthodox ways to pass the time. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. That's more than 41,000 blood donations every day in the United States. On Tuesday, I met up with some of the student donors.
I think that the thing about it is a pint of blood can save 3 people's lives, and it's a really good feeling knowing that you can help someone out.
Well, my grandparents always had to have surgeries, and so they always needed blood, and I thought, considering I'm O positive, it'd just be as good for everybody else.
More than 1.6 million people were diagnosed with cancer last year in the United States. Many of them will need blood, sometimes daily, during their chemotherapy treatment. A single car accident victim can require as many as 100 pints of blood. In the United States, approximately 38% of the population is eligible to donate blood. Only 10% of those people, however, choose to donate. One of the main reasons why people don't get their blood taken is because they are scared.
I think I was a little worried at first, but you know, the feeling that you have after knowing that you can do some good for some people is really inspiring.
I'd say it's nothing to worry about, and it doesn't hurt. Everybody's afraid of needles, but it's no big deal, and you're doing it for a good cause, so.
It doesn't hurt, and you don't even see anything. Honestly, I took a nap.
After the donation process, each donor was given a drink and a snack. They also stayed around for a little bit to hang out and talk. Teen Fall Blood Drive was a success. Altogether, the student body raised over 150 pints of blood. For PTV, I'm Alex Martin. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Alex. Along with all the generous people who donated blood, we've made talented individuals here at our school in the art department. The students in the art classes continue to produce great work with the help of their wonderful teachers. For more on this, we go to Nick Bonacontra.
In today's society, it seems that the majority of focus is on athletics, but despite that, the Penn Trafford art program continues to thrive, and 2 students, Michaela Myers and Maddie Mulhern, have displayed a great passion and love for what they do.
What I like most about art is that it's about self-expression. You can take your thoughts and make them into a reality.
And I like the fact that a mistake can turn into something beautiful and there's no rules, and you can make anything into whatever you're feeling.
I'm Mrs. Connie Vaskov. I've been an art teacher here at Penn Trafford High School for 22 years. This is my 40th year of teaching. And I can tell you that a study of the arts is a fabulous way to foster your creativity and to have a little bit of a break in your day. And I hope that you'll see that in the work that Maddie and Michaela have done.
I definitely think students should take an art class because you can tell that the teachers have a passion for what they do and they really enjoy like helping you do all of your work, and it's really fun for both of us to like work together.
And I think that when you take an art class, you create a special kind of bond between an art teacher and a student. And there's a certain kind of vulnerability whenever it's just your creative mind mixing with your teacher's creative mind. And to me, that's something you can't get anywhere else.
Maddie and Michaela have been students of mine for the past 3 years. They're seniors. And so they've had 2 full years of working with clay. And the skill level that they've achieved and the understanding, the depth of knowledge that they have with this very complex material is evident in their work. If you don't understand the nature of clay, it's difficult to cooperate with it and to get it to do what you'd like it to do. And they certainly have mastered it. They also have tremendous enthusiasm for the material. They're excited about every new project. They're excited to learn new techniques. They're excited to see how they can solve the problems of working with clay, which are very complex, and to bring their ideas from a sketch to life. And they have done an exceptional job at that, and it's been a pleasure to work with them every day.
Both Maddie and Michaela plan on taking ceramics in college to widen their understanding of the subject. I'm Nick Bonacontra for What's Up Warriors. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Nick. For the final story of the day, we go to Charles McWells, who has a behind-the-scenes look at the Penn Trafford quiz team.
The Penn Trafford quiz team is composed of a group of very talented students in all grades here at the high school. They compete in a number of academic competitions, one of which you may be familiar with, which is Hometown Haiku. Hometown Haiku is a quiz competition on television that involves various teams from all around the Pittsburgh area. We here at Penn Trafford have competed in this competition many times, and the wins we have accumulated have resulted in a large sum of money for the school, as well as other awards. The quiz team can be found practicing after school on Mondays. They use trivia books with someone set up asking questions and everyone else with a buzzer.
Brainwashing? Yes.
I'm here with Miss Wukich, who is the sponsor of the quiz team and also the coach, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. So how do people, students in the school who are interested join the quiz team?
The previous school year, we put out a flyer and put on announcements to come down and take a test for the following year. If there's a tie on the scores of the test, we take the top 10 students, and if there's a tie in that bottom half, then we'll have students come in and do a buzzer round.
Where do you think Penn Trafford ranks among the other schools in the state and national level?
We do really well. Within our consortium at Mount Pleasant, we usually finish in first or second place every year on both varsity and junior varsity. We were actually ranked in first place and made it to the States and took a team to Harrisburg. So that was quite an honor, and it was the first year that Penn Trafford actually accomplished that. So that was exciting too. And among Hometown Haiku, I would put us within the top 10 teams.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I also spoke to some members of the quiz team and asked what they liked most about it. Here are their answers.
My favorite part about Quiz Team is the community that it builds. I think it made transitioning into high school a lot easier. Being around people who have common interests and who want to learn the same things that you do is an amazing feeling.
I like getting to know the upperclassmen on the team. They help me pick my classes and stuff. And it's a really good experience, and we're winning, so that's good too.
I'm Charles McWells. Back to you guys in the studio.
That concludes our show for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Cam.
I'm Joe.
Hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time.